Hi everyone, myself Linga Reddy. In this session, we discuss Faraday law of electrolysis. It is related to electrolysis. Okay. So here, what is given this Faraday law? It is gives relationship between quantity of electric charge and amount of substance deposited at electrode. Right? The Faraday law gives the relation between electric current, the quantity of electric current, and substance deposited at electrode. Right? Let me explain the Faraday first law. What is the Faraday first law? When an electric current is passed through an electrolyte, the amount of substance deposited is proportional to the quantity of electric charge. I hope it is very clear. How much electricity we are passes through the electrolytic solution, that much the substance is deposited at electrode. This is explained by the Faraday first law. It's very clear. I hope it is clear. Let us discuss here the weight of substance directly proportional to quantity of charge. Right? The quantity of charge is equal to I into T. I nothing but current in ampere. Right? Time in seconds. T nothing but time in seconds. Right? Also we can write here W directly proportional to I into T. Right? We are taking now proportional constant here. W equal to Z into I into T. Right? What is the here Z? Z is equal to electrochemical equivalent. It's not equivalent weight. Electrochemical equivalent. Right? Up to here and clear everything, I think. Right? So just we are taking electrolyte in this electrolyte here electrolytic cell. This is we are taking cathode and anode, and here this is the sodium ions and Cl minus ions is there, and electric current is passes through this electrolytic solution. So passes through the electrolytic solution, and how much electricity we are passes through that electrolyte cell, and that much will be deposited at electrode. So that is explained by the Faraday first law. Right? Electrochemical equivalent, it is depends on depend on characteristics of substance. One more important point here, note when current of 1 ampere is passed for 1 second, that is 1 coulomb. That is 1 coulomb, that is Q equal to 1. Right here the Z equal to 1 when the current 1 ampere passes through the 1 second, that is called 1 coulomb, right? So the time the weight of substance is equal to the equivalent, the electrical equivalent, right? Here one more relation, 1 coulomb deposit equal to gram equivalent weight by 96,500 coulombs, right? So what is the gram equivalent here? The gram equivalent weight by Faraday, right? So here the equivalent weight is equal to atomic weight by valency. I hope it is clear. We can take here 1 coulomb weight equal to Z. So here the W equal to weight equal to this is, what is the Z here? When it is equal, 1 ampere passes through the 1 second of time is called the 1 coulomb. So here Z equal to equivalent weight by Faraday, right? Now we can write here the weight of substance equal to, instead of Z we can write equivalent weight by Faraday, and then what is there here, I into and T. I hope it is clear. Just we are replacing Z instead of this value, right? The general formula before we discuss, W is equal to Z into I into T. Instead of that, Z equal to here equivalent weight by Faraday into I into and T. So this is equivalent weight. If you, instead of equivalent weight, we can take in molecular weight. What is the formula here? According to the normality, we know that the equivalent weight is equal to molecular weight by n factor, right? Let us discuss very clearly now. So we can replace the equivalent weight here. So W equal to molecular weight into, what is the here, I into T divided by N into F. We can write also W equal to M into Q by N into F. The Q is equal to I into T. Just rearrange this equation, it is coming here. So what is the here, weight by molecular weight into Q by Faraday into, this is 1 by N. So number of moles is equal to weight by gram molecular weight. We know that weight by gram molecular weight, this is a molecular weight, right? And write this formula, we can write, yo, just a minute here, this is equal to, so this is equal, right? Instead of we can write weight by molecular weight, we can take here N is equal to Q equal to I into T by Faraday into 1 by N, right? We can calculate we can also calculate here number of moles of substance liberated or deposited liberated at electrode. This N is here the valency factor here. Valency factor, right? This is your number of moles. So one more important point here, the mass of liberated at an electrode can also calculate weight is equal to number of moles of electrons into equivalent mass of substance, right? I hope it is clear. Let us discuss what is the F. F nothing but Faraday, right? Here 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulombs charge, also is equal to 1 mole charge of electrons. How we'll get this value 96,500 coulombs, right? So 1 Faraday is equal to, what is the electron charge in the coulombs? 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs into 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23, right? This is the Avogadro number, Na. This is charge of electron. So we can get value. What is the value we'll get here? 96,368 coulombs will get. It is nearly, we can take 96,500 coulombs approximately we can take here. So like this we'll get 1 Faraday value, right? I hope it is clear. Next one, for gaseous substance, some chlorine, oxygen and Br2, right? These gases are evolving, H2 hydrogen gas. So for gases, how we can calculate the liberation at the electrode? For gases, right? So V is equal to V equivalent gas into I into T by 96,500 coulombs, right? What is the V here? Volume of gas evolved at STP at an electrode, right? Next, what is the VQ equivalent volume? What is the equivalent volume here? Volume of gas evolved at an electrode at STP by 1 Faraday. By 1 Faraday charge. When we pass through 1 Faraday of charge, evolved the gas is called equivalent volume of gas, right? I hope it is clear. Let us discuss some example. I am taking O2 gas here. The molecular weight is 32 here. That equivalent weight is here 8. What is the molecular weight of oxygen? Single oxygen is 16. That equivalent weight is, what is the equivalent weight is 18. So like this we'll get 8 here, right? I hope it is clear. Generally here 32 grams of oxygen will get 22.4 liters at STP condition, right? And here 8 grams equivalent weight of oxygen is 8, right? Not 16, 8. The molecular weight of oxygen is 16, the equivalent weight is 18, 8. Half of that, not the 16, right? 16 is one oxygen molecular weight, right? I hope it is clear. The oxygen is equal 8 equal to here 5.6 liters at STP condition. What is the equivalent volume of here? 5.6 liter of oxygen, right? I hope it is clear. So the equivalent volume of O2 gas is 5.6, not 11.2. Okay, it is one oxygen equivalent gas. 11.2 is, okay. I hope it is clear. Next one, hydrogen. The molecular weight is here 2, the equivalent weight is 1, right? So 2 grams of H2 gas is there in 22.4 liters at STP condition, right? And 1 gram of H2 gas is liberated how many here? 11.2 liters at STP condition. This is called volume of equivalent gas. I hope it is clear. One more example here, Cl2 gas. So Cl2 gas molecular weight is here 71. Okay, equivalent weight is here 35.5, right? So 71 grams, how much we are liberated the gas here? 22.4 liters, 4 liters of gas. And here the equivalent weight is how much here? 35.5 equal to 11.2 liters. So the equivalent volume here, the volume of equivalent of Cl2 gas is 11.2 liters. I hope it is very clear. This is regarding information about Faraday first law. Let us discuss now Faraday second law. Faraday second law. Right. So what is the Faraday second law? When the same quantity of electricity is passed through different electrolytes connected in the series is the series. The weight of the substance deposited proportional to equivalent of an electrolyte, of an element, right? Here simple one word, the weight of substance directly proportional to equivalent weight. That's all. That is second law, the Faraday second law. So total, the same quantity of current passes to the different electrolytes. At different electrolyte, the deposited of the electrolyte substance directly proportional to that quantity of charge, and that directly proportional to that equivalent, right? So what is the amount of substance deposited at electrode? It is directly proportional to the equivalent weight. I hope it is clear. Let me explain with the example very clearly, right? Here different electrolyte solution we are taking. It's connecting with battery for the positive, negative, and here positive and negative, and it is connected with here negative and positive, right? Now we are electrolytic solutions we are taking, and here taking electrolyte solution. Different electrolyte solutions we are taking, NaCl and MgCl2, and here AlCl3. So I pass through here the electric current here 1 Faraday. I pass the electric current here 1 Faraday. So what is the amount of here deposited here? What is the sodium mass here? Sodium mass is 23, and here MgCl is Mg here 24, and here 27. What is the mass of deposited at electrode? It is what is the equivalent weight here? The molecular weight by charge, right? So here molecular weight is 23. The charge of sodium is sodium plus only here. Here Mg plus 2. Here the Al plus 3. Okay. 1 Faraday means we'll get here 23 grams we are deposited here. And here how much? 24 divided by 2, that 12 grams here deposited here. And 1 Faraday. Here passes through the 1 Faraday. Here how much substance is deposited here? 23 by 3 equal to 9 grams. 9 grams of here deposited at. So 1 Faraday of electricity passes through the different electrolytic solutions, and it is the amount of substance deposited at electrode. It is directly proportional to equivalent weight. What is the equivalent weight? Already we discussed. So here the equivalent weight by the charge of cation or charge of anion or valency factor, right? So I hope it is very clear in second law, Faraday's second law, right? Two different solutions is there. So weight of A substance directly proportional to equivalent weight of A substance, and weight of B substance is there. It is directly proportional to equivalent weight of B substance. Okay. From equation 1 and equation 2 also we can write the weight of A substance by weight of B substance equal to equivalent weight. The equivalent weight of A by equivalent weight of B, right? I hope it is clear. Next point here. The first law is telling weight of substance directly proportional to quantity of charge. This is the first law of Faraday first law. Second law telling you told that the weight of substance directly proportional to equivalent weight. This is the second law, right? The combination of two laws, okay, combining first and second law, right? So what is the here? The weight is equal to, both are directly proportional, Q and equivalent weight, and here, and divided by what is the Q charge here? This is, right, Faraday. So this is the both combination of first law and second law. This equation also we can rearrange here. This weight we can rearrange here. So here multiplying, here coming here. What is the resultant equation here? So here weight is there, weight by here equivalent weight equal to here Q by F. So number of Faradays is equal to number of Faraday equal to Q by F, right? Also we known as Q equal to, what is that here? I into T by 1 Faraday is equal to 96,500 coulombs. So we can calculate number of Faradays in this manner, right? I hope it is clear. So this is regarding information about second law, and let us discuss some example here. Generally here 1 Faraday equal to 1 gram equivalent 1 gram equivalent weight, that equal to 1 mole of electron charge. Let us here discuss a point here. So regarding this information, right, 1 mole of univalent ions, nothing but M plus ions, will deposited by passaging of 1 Faraday. So here 1 Faraday of electricity we pass, 1 mole of sodium ions, 1 mole of potassium ions, 1 mole of Ag plus ions, 1 mole of Au plus ions will be deposited. Right? I hope it is clear. The next one, point B here, 1 mole of bivalent ions, that is M plus 2, will be deposited at by 2 Faradays, passage of 2 Faradays. We can passage the 2 Faraday of electricity, deposited at 1 mole of M plus 2 ions and Fe plus 2 ions and calcium plus 2 ions. This will be deposited at 1 mole. So 2 Faraday is equal to 1 mole of bivalent ions. Next point here, the B point, C point here, 1 mole of trivalent ions, trivalent M plus 3 ions will deposited by passaging of 3 Faradays. For example here 3 Faradays we can pass here, 1 mole of Al plus 3 or 1 mole of Fe plus 3, it will be deposited at electrode. So 1 mole 3 Faraday equal to the trivalent of 1 mole of trivalent ions of 1 mole equal, right? That's why the equivalent weight, the 1 Faraday equal to 1 equivalent weight. I hope it is clear. Let us take one example here. 1 Faraday electricity passes through means here you deposit 23 grams of sodium. For example, 1 Faraday of your aluminium we can pass means only 9 grams of aluminum is deposited. Why here? The aluminum mass is 27 divided by 3. The valence factor here 3. So resultant will get 1. So valence factor here 1. This will get 1 Faraday, right? So here 2 Faradays passes through the means here 18 grams of aluminum is deposited. 3 Faradays is fast means or show how much 27 grams of aluminum is deposited. That means here 1 Faraday equal to equivalent weight. I hope it is clear. So this is the Faraday law. Regarding this problems, the related problem, Faraday law problems, we'll discuss next video. Thank you for watching video. Thank you so much.